We are going to see the first application of Spring Boot. So we know that we are using IDE IntelliJ. So first we have to open this IDE. So this IDE is a popular IDE which is used by many developers all over the world to develop a Spring Boot application. Not only it will help us to develop a Spring Boot application, it also help us to develop some J2EE applications. So by default it will load the project in which we are working. So we are going to start from the scratch, and so this is the old program which I have developed with the help of IntelliJ IDE. So to develop an application, what we have to do is go to File, then select New, then you can select something called Project here, and in this project what it will do is, as we know that this Spring or this IDE help us to develop many application like JavaFX, J2ME and so many things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to develop a Spring Boot application, so we have to use string initializer. So click on the string initializer, and in the project SDK we can select JDK 1.8, and this and the string initializer service we have to use this URL, and this is the URL in which it's a startup or a starting work for Spring Boot. So what it will do is you can either create application with the help of this URL, or you can create the application with the help of this IntelliJ. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this IntelliJ. So click on next. So when we click on next, it will ask for the group. So group I'm going to create as org.study. So the artifact is the demo. So what it will do is it will create a XML file, that is pom.xml, with the help of group and artifact, and we will see that when we go for the next steps. And in the type you have to select Maven project, or if you select a Gradle project you can do, but normally programmer they will use Maven project, and the language is Java, and the packaging is either we can go for jar or var. So this jar is Java archive file, and this var is web archive file. The outcome, if you select this jar, the outcome will be the package will be, it is in the jar format, or if you want to have a var, we can use var file. And the version is Java version 8, and the version here is 0.0.1 snapshot, and the name is demo, and the description is demo project. So this everything, the metadata about the project, it will be in the pom.xml file. Then we click on next, and this is the main thing. Here we can include the dependencies, and we are using this Spring Boot 2.0.3, and in the core what normally we will use is we will use dev tools, and right now I'm not going to use it, but just select that. And in the web I will use web, and in the template engine normally they will use something called as theme leaf template. So I'm going to select this, and I'm not going to use any database for this video, but in the upcoming video I'll use some JDBC, then JPA, etc. And after doing that, so there are so many dependencies are there. We can connect this Spring Boot with the cloud, and so many options are there. So click on next. So this is the project name. So project name I'm going to do is I'm going to put the name as first demo, and click on finish. So I'm going to overwrite this workspace with the help of with my new program. So click on this window. So what it will do is it will download all the dependencies and jar files, and it will ask for Maven projects need to be imported. Click on enable auto import. So what it will do is the first demo is the project thing, and this is the section, and this is the pom.xml. It's a you can see in the group we have given org.study, and the artifact name is demo, and the version is 0.0.1 snapshot, and the packaging we have selected var instead of jar. And these are the dependencies. For example, when we use this theme leaf template, and the dependencies group ID will be generated as well as the artifact. And similarly, like I have selected dev tools, then by default this tomcat is bundled inside this, and everything it will be added by itself with the help of pom.xml. And I'm going to create a source file. So in the source file we have a main thing followed by the package we have included. So we have included org.study.demo, and by default it will have this demo.application, or sorry, demo application.java. It doesn't work until we add some application into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new Java file. So right click on this package, then select new, something called Java class. So I'm going to give the name as hello, then click on OK. So it will create a class called hello, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just print hello world in the screen. So for that we have to use annotation. So normally the annotation for the class, the main class will be the REST controller, and when you add this REST controller, it automatically adds this annotation, that org.springframework.web.bind.annotation. And I'm going to create a method, say public void demo, in which I'm going to, sorry, it's not void, string, and I'm going to return the string hello world. Hello world. And to return it, what we have to do is we have to create the request mapping annotation. So request mapping annotation, and this request mapping annotation we can give the path in which it is going to execute. So the path is just a slash. So this is like we will print a hello world application, or simply we will print the hello world. What I will do is I will go to this demo application and right click somewhere here and click on run demo application, and it will execute. So you can see the operation build. It will take some time because it's running for the first time. Then it will start the server for us. You can see the Spring framework, and you can see it starts with the port number 8080. So what you can do is go to the browser, type localhost :8080, and you can see the hello world. So if I want to change the content, I can add it here. Hello world, welcome to Spring Boot. So I'm not going to run with the help of this button. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use something called as Maven. So we can run the Spring Boot with the help of this run option, or we can help of this Maven. So if you want to run this with the help of Maven, so you have to type Maven, MVN, spring -boot, then you have to type run. So you can see the Maven thing, it's working. So it takes some time because it's installing all the plugins and all the necessary dependencies to execute the application. And now the Tomcat is started at the port number 80. Can you refresh? You can see hello world thing. So we can run this boot, the string boot, with the help of two options. One is we can directly go to the run option, or you can run, or with the help of this Maven command we can do that. And you can stop the server, or you can stop the Tomcat with the help of the option Control C. When you do that, it will ask you for the terminate batch job. You have to type Y. And the other way is like you can go to the demo application, right click and select run demo application. This will do all this background stuff for you. Yeah, the same thing. So you'll get the same result. So this is how we will develop a simple string boot application. So this is like the REST controller annotation. This represents that this will be the important controller, and we have created a class called hello, and we have created a request mapping the slash. Suppose if you want to change it, so you can change like this, for example hello followed by world. So if you do this, what happens is like when you run this application, while running this application, we have to add this path in the browser. It's like this. So when you type enter, it won't work because it will give you the white label error page because the resource is not available. But when you give this the path which you have mentioned in request mapping, it will work. Yeah, it will work. So this is how we will develop a simple application with the help of the Spring Boot. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel.